Hi everyone. In today's video, we're going to bring you a lot of planty clips on the gardens in Ooty. This particular video was shot at Ooty Gardens. They have a horticulture center, and right there, the centerpiece is a glass greenhouse which houses many plant varieties, including ferns, of course, the succulents, cacti, snake plants, and different kinds of flowering plants like bougainvilleas as well. And it's just amazing to see all of them thrive together. And the entire glass house protects these plants from outside rain. And it was actually raining outside when we went in, and it was kind of a little bit more cold. And the I think the inside the greenhouse, in this glass house, we could see outside. There was a little bit of fog, but the ambient temperature was still 25 degrees Celsius, and the plants were doing really, really well. The soil was almost dry, but almost all of these plants were in the range of succulents, so they were doing quite well. Healthy leaves, there were no leaf drops whatsoever. They have healthy growth, and the view from the glass house was amazing. Some of the bromeliads also had flowering, and so it just got ample light from outside. This is another section of that same garden where they have a dedicated section that contains a lot of flowers. I would definitely recommend you to not miss it. I was just about to miss this section because it's in such a vast Ooty garden. I'll link all the place and the details below, but make sure to visit the second greenhouse that is there. A lot of people miss the second greenhouse. It contains huge orchids, a lot of these are cyclamens, and they also of course had huge orchid flowers. Their orchid flowers were the size of my hand, and they had begonias that were flowering like roses. You can see the begonia section in the center here, and this is a huge space. Almost all plants were flowering to the fullest extent, or they were budding to flower. And I think this small piece of garden, I won't say it's small, but this one section of glass greenhouse, I said there were two glass greenhouses. This one particular section is maintained by 11 people. They do fertilize it twice a week, and they water it every day. I think sometimes they water it more than once a day also. So that's how much care that goes into making these kind of huge planty spaces. And I'm not kidding when I say that I literally felt like I dropped into heaven on this day. So these are some of the officials who were watering when I visited them, and I asked them a lot of questions on how do they make sure that all of these plants are flowering. And I also noticed another thing, that the light was bright despite the fact that the polythene that covers the glass greenhouse, and this is a view from that second glass greenhouse. The polythene was covering more light, so these plants were something that required less light than the previous greenhouse, but they were still flowering immensely, and all thanks to the care of all the people that were working there. Every one of these flowers were literally in bloom, and you could shoot. A lot of people were actually shooting video clips and all of that, because look at these flowers. These flowers were exquisite, and I don't think the video captures the beauty of it enough. The purpose of this video is to let you know that if you are in Ooty and if you do love plants, definitely a must visit there. Um, this is different from the plant spaces that are there in Botanical Garden. This is a second Ooty garden. I'll mention all the link below. And thank you so much for watching. This is some of the clips that I've added, some of the photo clips that I've added. I have more video clips of these, and I'll be sharing that in subsequent videos. Thanks for watching.